Oil has been a mover. Now, I'm going to show you again the power of the software in idea of knowing what industries are moving. I use the software to help me to find out what industries are moving so I can center my stories around those industries. Interesting, oil reverses gains and turns negative as supply glut weighs. Folks, oil is rocking and rolling. Oil is rocking and rolling. I'm sitting, look at this picture. We've got a lot of ships sitting offshore holding a lot of oil. We still have an oversupply. So why is oil moving higher? Oil has never been this low. Prior to the current month's expiration of oil contracts, oil was down way low. So I'm thinking that a lot of people are still jumping on board with oil because oil is so low. There's nothing to back up the oil move though. What makes oil go higher? Let me take this off real quick. Phooey Joey. What makes oil go higher? Demand. The demand is not there yet because we have an oversupply. So what's really moving oil is people with FOMO, fear of missing out. What's driving oil is because oil prices are so low, people are jumping on board. Demand is not there to keep the oil price moving up yet. Let's talk about that real quick. In this story, West Texas Intermediate crude, WTI, is part of this story. So I'm going to go back to our watch list. I'm going to look at two stocks here. Actually, no. I am going to look at two stocks. The two stocks are going to be WTI and MRO. All right, both of these are my oil stocks. But for the purposes of learning how to use the software better, I'm going to do a delta on industries. Delta is a percentage change. I'm going to change my date back to yesterday because I did this as of the end of day yesterday. And what I did is I did a 10-day RT delta. I did a 10-day RT delta. What industries had gone up the most by way of relative timing? So what I did is ran it. All right, and I want to look at the top 10. I'm going to put this onto the top 10. Notice what's in this here. All right, I've got petroleum. I've got petroleum. I thought I had 3 petroleum, but I've got 2 petroleums that are in the top 10 industries as of right now. Tells me that this industry is on the rise. The 10-day the change in relative timing on both of these industries, on drilling, 70% change in RT in 2 weeks. Petroleum field services, a change of 66% over the last 2 trading weeks. This is helping me to understand from a perspective of what's moving. I can get that information at any point in time. If you're not a subscriber, again, this is the type of information that you can hold on to and make better decisions and always be on the side of industries that are rising. So let's go back to my 2 stocks. My 2 stocks in this industry are WTO and Marathon Oil. Look at WTI, slightly overvalued. Look at Marathon Oil, slightly undervalued. Notice that from an RV perspective, neither one of these stocks have good upside potential. Let's look at relative safety. Neither one of these stocks are less risky. These are more risky stocks. Let's look at RT. WTI has an RT above 1. That stock is moving, whereas with Marathon Oil, not nearly as much. Look at their earnings growth rate, negative. So when everybody is talking about, man, you need to be all over oil, I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, even with WTI above the value of 1, let's take this a step further. Let's look at the graphs. Now, I love listening to people on TV, but I love more to have better information in the stocks that I trade. Here's WTI, put this on a 3-month graph. With the people getting into oil at such a low price, WTI is moving higher. We are above that 20-day exponential moving average. But what's it doing recently? WTI is moving sideways. Be careful with your oil plays right now. They are very speculative. Without the demand being there to drive oil stock prices higher, This is still a speculative play. All right, let's go over to MRO, same kind of scenario, but look at the earnings on that. Definitely falling a lot. Also in a sideways move. So be careful with those oil trades. All right, they are still above the 20-day exponential moving average, but nothing is there to substantiate really oil moving up yet. The demand is not there. Now, using that same information, let's take this on a bigger scale. I've got a petroleum stocks watch list. In this watch list of petroleum stocks, I've got 80 stocks. I've got 80 stocks in here. So let's take a look at it from this perspective. Which ones would I like to take from a long-term perspective? Let's sort by RV. Now, the question is going to come up, well, how do I get this watch list of stocks? One, you need to be here to watch to show, so I can show it to you. But what I've done is from the Viewers tab, I went to all, actually from, the industry viewers, I went through all of the industries, all of the petroleum industries, and built a watch list of all of those stocks from all of the industries. All right, from all of the industries. Industry viewer, let's go to industry viewer, sort by industry. And what I did is I went to petroleum. I sorted these alphabetically. Let's go find petroleum. I went to all of the petroleum industries. I put all of the stocks from all of these industries into one watch list. I then took every stock that was less than $1 out. I took every stock in that watch list that had an average volume less than 100,000 shares out. And that's how I ended up from the petroleum, all of the petroleum industries, that's how I ended up with 80 stocks. All right, because everybody's going to say, well, why don't I have this in my software? Because you're not. I had to do the work to do it, and I'm teaching you how to also be able to do it as well. So I'm going to look at this the stock in this industry that's got the highest upside potential, sort by RV. That would be Oasis, followed by Sasol and PBF. But you know something? Even though these are good relative value stocks, right now may not be the right time to buy them. Let's look at the stocks in this industry that are the fastest moving. What's the fastest moving? Man, WMB, which is William & Cause, TC Pipelines, Hess Midstream, ARC. I can take this list of 80 stocks and sort it any which way I want. Which ones have good earnings, growth rate? How about CNNE, Canacol Energy, grows their earnings the most in this list. Cross America, next one, and so on and so forth. I can find the means to take this list and adapt it to the way that I invest in the market. One last thing, look at the watch list average. Why am I not ready for oil yet? I need that backup. Look at earnings, just fell on it. Look at that trend line. Dagnabbit. That trend line, look at that. Trend line is still intact. Trend line is still intact above the 20-day, but what's happening right now? With all that oversupply, what's going on with that whole watch list of 80 stocks? Look at that pullback. Be careful with oil stocks. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you're new to the software or would like refresher information about the software, click on this Getting Started video right here. Thanks to all of your input, here's a YouTube video that we think would be perfect for you. Click right here. If nothing else, folks, just hit the subscribe button right here.